Hi, my name is Don Kim, a Korean hand therapy specialist and acupuncturist based in New Zealand. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for joining this concussion presentation. As one of the few Korean hand therapy specialists in the world, I have been practicing Korean hand therapy for about 40 years. Korean hand therapy is remarkably effective for both acute concussion and post-concussion syndrome. In this presentation, I would like to explain why Korean hand therapy is an answer to acute concussion and post-concussion syndrome, and how anyone can safely and effectively improve these difficult conditions themselves. Over the years, I have seen many people suffer from PCS for months or even for decades. I have felt so sorry for them because I have helped many concussion patients using Korean hand therapy, and I know that it can be learned and applied by almost anyone after just a few hours of training. Throughout this presentation, I will share a number of concepts and approaches that you will find not just new, but interesting and informative. What am I talking about in this presentation? The causes of concussions, especially from Oriental medical perspective, and PCS symptoms, and the principles to improve PCS. And how do we get PCS? Why is it so hard to improve it? Korean hand therapy is an answer to acute concussion and PCS. And why? And what is Korean hand therapy? And the characteristics of Korean hand therapy, and why is it so powerful? And I will briefly talk about my experience of concussions, acute and PCS, and two ways to learn how to improve PCS with Korean hand therapy. The causes of concussions. Concussions occur from falls, sports injuries, etc., and they leave, as we know, damaged brain cells, chemical changes in the brain, and disrupted neurological function. But from Oriental medical perspective, they leave two important elements, which are blood stasis and qi stagnation. So understanding these two key elements and how to improve these two key elements, they are crucial to improving acute concussion and PCS. And what are blood stasis and qi stagnation? We have a famous saying in Oriental medicine: if there is free flow, there is no pain. If there is pain, there is no free flow. Here, free flow means free flow of qi and blood. And pain includes all other abnormal symptoms like numbness or tingling, etc. So that this sentence this says, if there is free flow of qi and blood, there is no pain or other abnormal symptoms. And if there is pain from concussions or anything, that means there's no free flow of qi and blood. So the concept of blood stasis and qi stagnation can be explained in these pictures. So water pipe here, water inside, and before injuries, it's like this, free flow of qi and blood. So no pain or any abnormal symptoms at all. And straight after concussion, it's like this big blockage in the water pipe, like blood stasis, instantly formed in the pipe or in the affected area. And post-concussion stage, water flows, but not as freely as it should. So that stage is called qi stagnation stage. And PCS symptoms and the principles to improve PCS. PCS symptoms, as you know, we can see any of these physical, cognitive, emotional, and behavioral symptoms and sleep disturbances like this. And the principles to improve PCS from Oriental medical perspective. Principle 1, focus on improving the cause of blood stasis. Because without being able to improve this cause, we can't improve PCS well. And principle 2, simultaneously attend to PCS symptoms and how to apply principles 1 and 2 with hand therapy will be taught in the training. And how do we get PCS? There's a close connection between the initial stage of treatment or management and PCS. So initial stage of treatment has a massive effect on PCS symptoms. And how do we come to get PCS? We come to get it due to failure of the initial treatment and management of concussions, especially straight after the injury. The reason is explained here. Why is it so hard to improve PCS? When concussions occur, there forms blood stasis instantly in the affected area. You see here, when concussions occurs, instantly blood stasis is formed here. So the key to improving concussions is to remove this blood stasis as soon as possible. Why? If you fail to remove blood stasis soon, this causes two important things below to happen. One, blood stasis in the affected area gets worsened. In other words, the cause for the original condition gets stubborn. And two, another pathogenic element of qi stagnation occurs and affects other areas and also some functions. And the above two things make the original condition much harder to improve while causing the secondary PCS symptoms. That is why many suffer from PCS for so long, even if they try hard many different treatment options, conventional or alternative. And Korean hand therapy is an answer to acute concussion and PCS from my experience. And I will tell you the reason. Key to improving the causes and the symptoms. Key to improving the causes is to remove blood stasis and cure stagnation in the affected area. And key to improving the PCS symptoms, balance the system using a unique way of Korean hand therapy examination and treatment. And there's a big difference between Korean hand therapy and all other treatment methods in improving acute concussion and PCS. And all other treatment methods may improve the PCS symptoms, but improving the cause is likely beyond their capacity because they can't work on the inside of the head directly with whatever methods they use. With Korean hand therapy, however, anyone can easily improve the causes, mainly by attending to the corresponding points on the hands for the affected area in the head. And they can also improve the PCS symptoms using Korean hand therapy examination and treatment. And number 3, 2 unique benefits of Korean hand therapy in the treatment or management of concussions. Only Korean hand therapy can attend to the causes of acute concussion and PCS. With Korean hand therapy, anyone, practitioners or ordinary people, can improve PCS easily, safely, and effectively. And what is Korean hand therapy? You will get much information here. The official Korean Hand Therapy Association's website, and also my website here. And how does it work? Korean hand therapy originated in Korea in 1971. And according to it, one hand is for the whole body and has similar number of acupoints and the same number of meridian lines with acupuncture. Korean hand therapy basically works the same way as acupuncture because its basic theory is from acupuncture. So like acupuncture, we regulate the physiological functions to balance our system using the acupoints on the hands. And who is Korean hand therapy for? In Korea, anyone can learn it. So anyone learns and uses it for themselves and their family. Outside of Korea, however, only a few practitioners use it and hardly any ordinary people use it. But Korean hand therapy is for anyone, practitioners or not, and the reason is mentioned later. As you see here, one hand represents the whole body, palm side for the front side of the body, and back side, back of the body. And thumb, little finger represent legs, and index, ring fingers, arms, and middle finger, face, neck, chest, stomach, belly button, and genital area, and spine going like this. So if you had back pain, for example, you must have a very tender spot here. We call it corresponding point. So just stimulating the point here we can improve the back pain. So that's the case with any other part of the body. So if you had concussion here, for example, you must have a very painful spot, tender spot somewhere here. So stimulating here can directly improve concussion. That's good for acute concussion and also PCS. And all organs are located here. They are all organ points. The palm and also dorsal side, like here stomach, here liver, here bladder. And back of the hands, we also have the organ points. And the characteristics of Korean hand therapy. Unique features of Korean hand therapy. Instant benefit for a variety of conditions. I have more than hundreds of cases. And just for example, my case, I was an internal auditor, and one day while playing tennis, I sprained my ankle and I got it fixed with 20 minutes Korean hand therapy treatment. And then straight after the treatment, pain gone, swelling gone, and even I was able to keep playing tennis. It's too good to be true, but I have so many cases. And also highly effective for almost any conditions, from pain to even cancers. I offer unique self-cancer care program. You can get some information here. And the number one item is Korean hand therapy. So without Korean hand therapy, nobody can offer cancer programs. We can help improve side effects of cancer, but improving cancer itself is extremely hard, but is possible with Korean hand therapy. And safe to use, no side effect, no hidden danger. That's why it's open to the public. Easy to learn and handy to apply. You can use it anywhere, anytime. So, for example, when you go tramping and sprain your ankle, you can fix it straight away just using some points in your hands and carry on tramping. And great option for self-treatment for anyone. And it's very unique because anyone can easily learn it and safely use it, but it's also effective for many conditions. It's curative and also preventative. So many Korean people use it to strengthen their immunity, and cost effective. And number two is unique to me. So through the experience and research, I figured out how to find out the cause of almost any conditions using Korean hand therapy. That enables us to improve the symptoms and the causes of almost any condition. So many people know Korean hand therapy is very powerful for so many conditions, but the reason is not explained in the book or taught by any teachers. And through decades of experience and research, I figured out 5 reasons why. Especially number 1 and 2 reasons are important. Number 1 reason, brain map. It shows high concentration of neurological connections between the hands and the brain. So one medical doctor discovered this close connection between the hands and the brain. As you see here, the size of the feet is bigger than other parts of the body. And so with reflexology, we can improve many even difficult conditions. But you see the size of the hands, about 80 or 85% of our brain uh, closely connected to our hands. So stimulating some points on the hands has a direct effect on our brain, and then in turn, the relevant part of the body. The second reason is also important: direct stimulation on the target area. And quite often, the best place for treatment is where the problem is. For example, someone with ovarian cyst. Where the cyst is the best place for treatment. But with most modalities, there's no way to stimulate the cyst directly, but we can easily do it in hand therapy. We can easily find the corresponding point for where the cyst is, and we can easily stimulate that point using some simple tools. Let me briefly talk about the medical proof of Korean hand therapy's powerful effects. One method is called hand moksa. That's a warming therapy. So this experiment is for a lady, PMT, cold face and abdomen. The sonogram result left two pictures before moksa, right two pictures 30 minutes after moksa. You see here circulation in the face and tummy improved a lot with this very simple treatment, something anyone can do. And another unique method in Korean hand therapy is called press pelleting. So a little aluminum stuff. We just stick them on some acute points. So this treatment is unique and so easy to apply. You just stick them on some acute points. So while having them on, you are being treated. So someone with insomnia. So sonogram result 10, 20, 30 minutes after press pelleting. So before here, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So the cause for insomnia is poor circulation in the head and face, and also heat sensation here in the upper chest. So after 30 minutes of this simple treatment, you see here blood flow in the head and face improved a lot, and heat sensations gone a lot. And my experience of concussions, and I have helped many concussion patients only with Korean hand therapy. And let me just briefly talk about two cases. One acute concussion. That's actually myself. I slipped on the icy ground and hit head hard on the ground, and I got these symptoms. And I had 6 hour lecture scheduled on that day. Just after 2 hours before the lecture, I had concussion. And I did a very simple treatment on my hands, and it took about 20 minutes. And straight after the treatment, all symptoms rapidly improved. And I managed to give 6 hours lecture that day instead of being taken to the hospital. I did the same treatment twice, and I haven't had any aftermath at all since then. I had many cases for acute concussion and PCS. Man 68, he fell off the bike and hit head on the ground for about 10 years, and headache and poor eye vision and feeling dizzy and fatigue. I gave 4 sessions, and which improved all symptoms a lot. And there are 2 ways to learn how to improve PCS with Korean hand therapy. One, group online training. And if there are 10 or more people registered, then I offer the training online. You can lodge your interest to your group or directly to me. It's usually 4 to 5 hours long and tailored one-on-one training. This is for someone who wants to the training and specifically tailored to his or her condition. And after the training, you will get recorded video files and PPT concussions file, and also 50% discount for e-workbook and the initial consultation, online consultation. So what to expect from the training? Believe it or not, anyone can easily, safely, naturally, and effectively improve PCS themselves. This is my contact detail, my email address, and my website. And how did you enjoy the presentation? I hope you find it interesting and informative. As I mentioned throughout the presentation, believe it or not, almost anyone can learn to improve acute concussion and PCS using some simple hand therapy methods. And with just a few hours of training, these techniques can be applied safely and likely more effectively than many practitioners do. If you are interested in the first option, which is group online training, you can talk to your group or me. And if you are interested in the second option, which is tailored one-on-one training, you can talk to me directly at oawcenter@gmail.com. I'm confident that the practical benefits you can get from Korean hand therapy will exceed your expectation. Thank you again for your time and attention, and all the best. Bye-bye.